Hello, I'm Tom Float and I'm here to show you TAMA's new line of marching percussion. I'm going to start out with the snare drum. Right here what you're looking at is a 12 by 14. We also offer a 9 by 14. You can tell by the finish it's really beautiful lacquer. Chrome is standard on all the drums, so it really looks good in the daytime or night. There's a lot of innovations happening here. One is the stand. If you see these black mechanisms right here, these are the locking mechanisms. When you put your drum on the stand, it's going to lock it in place so that it can't fall off no matter what you do. So it's a real good safety feature, and it also is super easy to use. While I'm looking at these, you can see that it has these finger guards built in too, which is another safety feature to make it so that you can't accidentally pinch your finger. A lot of the features that we have that are improvements to most existing drums are actually on the bottom of the drum. And another cool feature about this stand is you can turn the drum upside down and you can mount it like this, which makes it really convenient and easy to either change the bottom head or tune your guts. Most standard drums, it takes a long time to unscrew the guts, and then you have to kind of pull them through. And after you've taken them out, they're all loose, and then you have to retune them. It takes a long time to do it. With our system, it's really fast. Here's step one, you throw off the strainer. Here's step two, you just pull out on this. It's got a little arrow to show you how to do it. And here's step three, and your guts come off and they're completely intact. They have exactly the same tension as they had before. Another advantage to this is you can individually take out guts, so if you wanted less snare sound, you could take them out, or you could even change guts to a different material or go with a hybrid combination of guts. The other thing that's cool about this rail system is it also doubles as a holding mechanism for the mutes. And what the mutes do is they make it so that you don't have to use tape anymore. A lot of people were taping their guts to stop the vibrations and make a shorter note. And if you broke your bottom head, you'd have to try to get all that tape off. And it also makes it so that you can't turn off the tenor. So here's how the mutes work. You have a knob right here that is going to adjust the felt pad, and the more I turn, the more it's going to go up against the guts. And so that's going to determine how much actual pressure you have on the guts. If you don't want to use the mutes, you can just shut them off and they'll still stay in place. This little knob right here, when you loosen that allows you to slide it into position wherever you like. This is really important, especially if you're either indoor or outdoor. You can change your snare drum to sound exactly like what you want for the environment that you're playing in. If you're in an indoor situation where it's kind of ringy, you might want to pull your mutes in a little bit and kind of choke the sound. If you're outdoor, you might want to pull them out just a little bit further. Or if you have a large line, maybe the drummers in the middle would be out further and the drummers on the outside would be in a little bit to allow them to be able to hear the center drums better. These mutes are really lightweight. If you don't want them at all on, you can take them all the way off. They just pop off like that. But it's really easy to do, really simple, and it works great. Only TAMA has this system, and so we're really happy to have this. 1, 2, 3, and you're back in business. Now that you can look right into the drum, you can see that there are no bolts or screws or anything touching the shell. It's completely free floating. Right here, you're looking at the birch babinga combination, and here's the extra 7-ply reinforcement ring on the bottom. So this really allows the drum to speak. The other thing that's cool about it is the fact that none of these parts are attached to the shell. The shell can completely come out if you take off the bottom head. And when you put it back in, it has a memory lock where it'll automatically go to the right position so you don't have to guess about where to position it. I'm going to turn the drum back around to its normal position on the stand now so you can see how easy it is to put on. So here's your black locking tabs, and this just drops in like this. Set it down. These two tabs are going to lock it back into place. This is a center position stand, which makes it so that the center of gravity is right over the middle. And so it doesn't matter which leg's in the front, your drum's going to be really stable. It's not going to fall over. It's cool. And it's the same for all the drums. Everything is center of position. Here's another little feature. Since we can actually turn our drums off the tenor now, We have a high position snare strainer that's within easy reach of the player, and all they have to do is turn like that in order to turn off the tenor instead of having to reach down. So this mechanism right here, especially because of the rail system, there's no stress on this part, so we can have this high position without any danger of this part bending due to stress from the guts. Another really cool feature is some drums, when you take off the bottom head, all these tubes start to move around a little bit and kind of flare out. When you put the bottom head back on, it's really hard to get the rods to line up. On the TAMA drum, we have this little ring around here. Even though it's really small and lightweight, it's going to keep all the tubes in exactly the same position. So when you take off the bottom head, you can put it right back on and there's no fidgeting, no problems at all. Really, really smart design and really, really effective. TAMA marching drums, where percussion meets perfection.